How big of nest egg do I need? Well, that depends on you. Some of you have agreed and just bought into this whole bell curve BS, I call it, meaning you start your life with hardly anything, you build up to the high income earning years, and then they plan for you. The entire financial structure plans for you to make less and have less and use less as you get older. Not sure about that weird plan? Mine is a complete trajectory up. What is your plan? How much do you need? I don't know. That's up to you. But let's talk about a few concepts to help you decide. First, I'm going to explain the difference between a wealth cycle and a lifestyle cycle. Similar to kind of creating employee versus corporate life, you got to decide on the life you want as you get older. I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going back on the road, Cape Town, I'm traveling, Portugal, Spain, Austria skiing, I'm playing. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're going to be an empty nester. And I said, I can't wait. Second thing I'm going to talk about, just the psychology of investing and savings, putting your money away for the future. And younger groups, anybody under 35, you have the hardest concept with this because you love your lifestyle and you love to look good with your friends, and you're blowing it because you're still making spending, and you're going to wonder later where it is. NIL athletes, student athletes, just athletes in general are worse. The last thing I want to talk about are just some very practical steps. And I have some great easy steps that you could start today. And if you did nothing but these easy steps, you'd be a millionaire in 20 years. Now, if you do everything I say the way I really want you to do it, you can do a 3 to 5 year millionaire plan. But some of you want to slow roll it because you like your lifestyle and you don't want to put enough away. So you're going to go slow. So how much do you need? It's up to you. A lot of people will plan for $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Depends on what your bills are. Depends if you have a brick and mortar office. Depends if you've transitioned, which is the other word for retiring. There's no such word. Retirement's an agricultural word. It means to put cattle to pasture to die. You're not a cow. You're not dying. Stop using the word retired. You've transitioned. Next chapter, don't know what your next chapter is, but it's off to doing something amazing and free. I plan on doing a little bit of this probably to the day I walk off the planet, just like Bob Proctor. Why? I'm good at it. I love you guys. You guys need to learn. I love all you subscribers. But please start doing what I say, not what you think you need to be doing. You hunt and peck and you pick and choose the things you think you need to do, and you wonder why your life a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now is still stuck, because there's a lot that didn't get at the base and foundation of your wealth. So let's talk about wealth cycle versus lifestyle cycle. The lifestyle cycle is what most people live. It's what I call that employee life. Go to school, you get a job. If you need more money, you get another job. You get overtaxed 40, 50, 60%. You put money into a 401k, which is useless in most ways. Some aren't, some are, because you don't even know the tax you're going to pay later in your life. All an interesting model. And the pattern of a lifestyle junkie is make, spend, make, spend, make, spend, and look good, or think they look good. A wealth cycle is when you really focus on the two key really areas of your life, which is your income. How do you have more and more income? And your investments. How do you get your assets working more for you so you have active income to invested income for what I call passive income. I don't believe there's such a thing as passive. Passive means nothing. Active means I'm not going to be on the streets making sure my tenants are in my, properties, or my Airbnbs are cleaned and, restocked and there's people in them. I'm going to have teams of people do that, but I'm going to oversee them monthly. And I'm going to oversee and be active in watching what my investment dollars are doing and what's happening in those projects. So a lifestyle is the lifestyle of a millionaire, which is you're going to make, invest, instead of make, spend. So that's kind of the basis of the beginning of it. Now, how do you decide what your nest egg is? You've got to do some projections. And some of you, again, you're overpaying tax from the beginning because you're not living corporate life. You don't have a CPA that cares enough to set you up to pay less tax. So you're paying way too much in quarterlies and crazy amounts. We teach you a lifestyle of living a wealth cycle into corporate life, into legacy life, and we just keep stacking layers and layers. In 3 to 5 years, we make millionaires. If you want to be in there, then you need to lean in, call our office, and be at our big table. If you have any questions at any time, I always want you to go over to Ask Loral, AskLoral, and say, how do I do this? But really ask questions from this. Read The Millionaire Maker. There's a free copy of it in the description below. And come up with 10 questions. Like, read the book and say, Loral, I have these 10 questions. Go to Ask Loral and ask me questions. Let's start engaging in how I know I can help serve your life and your family's finances. So back to that nest egg, it's up to you. I mean, if you're going to travel a lot. Now, I have people who are going to travel a lot, but they have saved millions and millions in American Express points or airline points or hotel points. So they're they're going to travel at a very different luxury level and not have to put out the cash. So you have to look at all of it. You have to look at what your Social Security. Like I worked at Chevron for a little while. I'm going to have a tiny little pension. You know, I go out there every once in a while and look at what that might, you know, what that's going to look like. You might be able to draw off life insurance or other sorts of accounts. Like what do you have? What have you built? And where can you start drawing and when? And then how long are you going to have active income? I would encourage you keep your brain active. You don't have to work full time, but engage. Take these hobbies or these things that you're good at and just continue them, or go build a real estate portfolio. Like why would you go sit in a lounge chair and retire? Because you're going to die in 2 years, because there's nothing going on in your brain that keeps it active and stimulated and moving. How much do you need? That's up to you. You're going to have to do that math equation. And are you going to like live where you live? Are you going to downsize? And like that's what a lot of families do. Now on the other side of that, I want to speak to what if you have health issues? Typically your medical bills are going to accelerate as you get older. So do you have long-term care? Do you have assisted living care? Like what are you doing later in life to handle that? Do you think your kids all of a sudden are going to have $5,000 to $7,000 a month to put you in an assisted living center? Where are they going to get that money? So you really have to look at what you believe. You've talked to your family. Again, a lot of you're not talking to your family. I'm here for this channel for 5 years old till the day you die. I'm here to help educate you in every part of that. So we're here 5 days a week for you. So while you are here 5 days a week, that means you need to subscribe to my channel, click the notification button, actually watch the video. It's 8 to 10, sometimes 12 minutes. So some of them are longer, and start consuming knowledge about money and about your planning and about your due diligence and how much you might need. See, a lot of you are going to throw out a number and you actually haven't put a calculator to it. You haven't really projected what's your life insurance, what's your rent or mortgage going to cost, what are you going to do with your vehicles, what's your phone bill going to be, what's it going to cost for you to have the life you want. And don't scrimp and save later. I'm not doing all this so I have a little life later. I'm going to have a bigger life once my kids are gone and off to doing whatever they're going to do. So you have to decide and start planning it. And practical tools, just put it on a spreadsheet. Like where are all your sources of income going to come from? Some of you might be Social Security. You might have, a military, income or pension. Some of you might have a pension from before. Where else? Life insurance. Do you have an active business? Is there passive income for real estate? Like just start making a list of what do you have in the assets that are actually going to produce for you. And for a lot of you, you needed to shoulda, coulda, woulda, put money away earlier. So I'm a huge fan of your kids at 0 to 20 working for your companies. Get them a Roth IRA, contribute the max per year for 0 to 20, they'll be millionaires. That's all you have to do is contribute a maximum contribution to their Roth IRA. And then obviously learn the rest of my content on my channel, read my books, come all the way in and be mentored by me, and learn how you can actually have that Roth grow. I have a $4,000 Bitcoin investment that's worth well into hundreds of thousands, and I have a $9,000 Bitcoin investment worth over $250,000. So what did you do? That's tax-free, tax-deferred to my Roth. So what have you guys been doing? I love when I work with NIL and student athletes and I say, part of your money, you've got to put into that Roth. They said, yeah, but Miss Loral, I can't get it till I'm older. I said, that's the point. You need to start the behavior of making and putting money away into a Roth, into an iFlip account. Both of those kinds of accounts are in the description below. You can go to iFlip, you can get a free Roth, you can get an account set up for free, and just begin the pattern of making and putting away and investing. Spend later. Once you do that, you'll be shocked how much has been put away and you can meet that nest egg goal. So it's never too late. Begin today and play with the compounding calculator would be my last practical strategy. Just pull up your phone, pull up compounding calculator and play with it. How much do you have now? How much can you put away per month, per year? At what rate of return? Average 10 or 12%, and see how many years it's going to take you to get the money put away that you want. All right. Have any questions? Go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask questions, make requests. We'll be back tomorrow.